Lord, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted, baby. Now, y'all know I never go live on Wednesdays unless I've had to push an episode back. Now, y'all know that. But, baby, let me tell you something. I had to jump on here tonight because this tea is piping hot. Like, when I say it's piping hot, this shit has bubbled over. Like this girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, sis. How you doing? I love you. But I had to jump on tonight because, see, I tried to tell a lot of y'all people. See, y'all was trying to tussle with me in these comments because of the stance that I had in regards to Carlee Russell. See, y'all was ready to fight with me. Y'all was, you just downplaying what she's saying. First off, like I told y'all Monday night, this shit was personal to me. Okay, this shit was personal. This was a story that you don't play about. This was something that hit home for me. This was something that was triggering to me. So that's why I was heavily invested in the disappearance of Carlee Russell. Okay? I'm going to skip. You know what? Y'all already know. I always do mental health check-ins, but I know y'all are doing good mentally. I know y'all are doing good physically, emotionally, spiritually. I know y'all are doing great. But I got to jump into that. I can't even talk because this heifer really has me upset. This little hoe, Carlee Russell, Carlathia, because I'm not going to even call you Carlee because you're Carlee, because you lied. You played on the emotions of everybody in America. We were really out here praying for you. We were really out here hoping that you made it home safe because there are a lot of black and brown people that go missing every day. Some are found, some are never found. Some we're still looking for. And we get zero to minimum media coverage, and you jump your nappy head ass on here talking about you got kidnapped. I'm ready to jump on into the conversation, y'all. Again, y'all welcome to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Y'all already know it's your girl, Ash. Hey, sis. Y'all know I'm coming. I'm coming in with the heat today. Because this little order made me mad. And y'all know I don't never go off on women, especially black women, unless y'all really push me. And yes, sis, this is piping hot and it's crazy. Because you got to be a mental person to concoct a story the way that this girl did. For those that don't know, and I'm pretty sure y'all know because y'all been watching the news, y'all been tussling all in these comments, y'all mad at people talking about, oh my goodness, oh, y'all always question black women when it comes to things that we do, but you never bat an eye to white people. Let me tell you something, black, white, purple, green, you could be zebra stripe with a unicorn horn and polka dots. If 2 + 2 is not equal in the 4, you damn right I'm going to question it. Absolutely. And the only reason this was personal to me, because see, Javert, you already know. We went through this 2 years ago. Yes, baby, Carlee Russell. That is her name. I know Nat. Nat say this chick is suspect. Babe, she's mental. But you know what? I'm not going to even say she's mental because this girl knew exactly what she was doing. She strategically plotted this out, and when the shit got too big, you had to carry your nappy head ass home. Because people were really out here looking for you. We were praying for you. We had people, I had never seen as many people really share, post, retweet when it comes to black and brown people. You know what? Because you never see that. Name one black or brown person that's got as much media coverage as a white woman that goes missing, and I'm going to wait. And I'm not talking about Carlee Russell. I'm going to patiently wait. But annoyed is not even the word, sis. Like, me and you know this firsthand. When Contisha went missing and I flew to Atlanta, we was on go. You know, we was ready. We talking to police officers not helping. Like we was doing this shit on our own. Even though we knew the risks of what we was gonna encounter trying to get her. Then a year later, she goes missing. Coco running back and forth to the police, telling the police who they need to look at, and they didn't bat an eye. And 2 young ladies ended up dead. 2 young ladies ended up dead. When all the police had to do was just listen, when my sister was trying to tell y'all, this who y'all need to go look at. My niece may not have been saved, but maybe the other young lady that was murdered with her, maybe she will still be here. But this is what happens when we don't start protecting our own. We got to start looking out for our own because law enforcement do not care. But with Carlee Russell, I'm not calling her Carlee, okay? I'm not calling her Carlee. So Javert says, I'm going to pray for all that go missing and be an advocate, but she did something to me real bad. You know, sis, she did something real bad to everybody. Because we already get little to no media coverage. You remember when they aired Contisha's and Mersha's story? They got all of what, maybe 40, 50 seconds, and then it was cut off because they wanted to discuss the white woman and her dog that was killed. Like, this is what happens. And Carlee Russell, what you did, you may have very well set us back further than where we already are right now. Frederick, I'm telling you, it was, so let me tell y'all, this is what was suspect to me, is you said you saw a white baby walking down the interstate in a white t-shirt and a diaper. You were the only person that saw this alleged toddler that was walking down the interstate at 9:40 p.m., 10 o'clock at night. No one else had called to report a toddler walking down the interstate, especially a white baby. Now, if you black, of course, you may not have been able, but a white baby with a white shirt on and a diaper, somebody would have saw that baby. That's number one. Then it was when she came back home, they said she was unresponsive. But then when first responders got there, first responders said she was alert and she was talking. But then there's surveillance video where she's walking through the neighborhood to her house, and she didn't start acting belligerent until she got almost to the house. And then it was, everybody was like, oh, she doesn't owe us. She may not have owed us, but the authorities did. Because you needed to let the people know that lived in that area, you need to be on high alert. Was the perp still at large? Were there other women that were with her? Whatever happened to the baby? So as this story continued on, you know, I'm praying. I'm praying for this young lady. And right. So Frederick says the problem is people will not believe anyone else, especially black or brown people. Because now I really feel like they already list, when black and brown people go missing, they already list them as runaways. They do not list them as missing. Okay, let's get that clear. And then Frederick says her tone on the 911 call was too nonchalant. Absolutely. Because they said because the family member stated that when she was on the phone, she was screaming and they could hear her talking to somebody, but they didn't hear a response. Okay. And then sis says, not to mention she's naked with money in her socks. So, girl, and I'm definitely going to get into that part. So, hey, sissy, she says, I'm an emergency 911 dispatcher. Listening to that 911 call was definitely suspect. I would have asked her more detailed questions and stayed on the line until the police arrived. So, I thought I uploaded it, but I guess I did not. But the 911 call, when the officer arrived, because the officer arrived 5 minutes after the call came in, after the call was dispatched. On the 911 call, you hear the officer telling the dispatcher, we get here, all her belongings are in the car. But let's back up a minute. Now, she gets off work at 8:40 p.m., okay? She gets off at 8:40 p.m. 8:40. She goes to Target and she buys some snacks. She's driving along I-459, not knowing there are traffic cams. Okay? There are traffic cams. You call 911. You said, there's a toddler, on the side of I see a toddler walking. It's a white baby with a white t-shirt, diaper, whatever. I'm going to play the 911 call for y'all. Don't worry, because I got that. Then the call disconnects. You call your sister-in-law. So the police are trying to contact you, but you're not answering the phone. Why would you jump on the phone with your family member and not call the police back? I'm really just not understanding. So Nicole says she had no sense of urgency in her voice. She was way too calm. I would have definitely stayed on the line, especially involving a lost toddler. First off, sis, that's number one. Number two, you are a Black woman alone in a car riding down a dark interstate and you decide to pull over. You ain't got no mouse tool with you, no nothing. So police arrive. The items that she purchased from Target were not even in the vehicle. Her wig, I believe her iPhone, watch, and her cell phone was still there. So why didn't you stay? So I'm going to run this 911 call for y'all. Hey, let's get it, GA. Hey, brother, good to see you. Good to see you. Right, Frederick. She stole from her job and she's failing in school. So I'm going to roll the 911 call. This is actually Carlee Russell, the 911 call. Okay, this is the 911 call from Carlee Russell. I'm so sorry. Carlee Russell. And you tell me what you're thinking. We going to jump back up into this because this is some pure tomfoolery. Because Carlee, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. Because you say you left work at 8:40 p.m. You stopped at Target, got some snacks. You saw a white baby walking down the interstate in a white t-shirt and a diaper, but no one else saw. But again, at 8:40, you said you left work and you went to Target, got some snacks. So by 9-ish, you see this white baby walking down the interstate in a white shirt and a diaper, but no one else called. No other reports of seeing a toddler walking down the interstate at 9:45 in the PM on a Thursday night. Anyone that saw the traffic cam footage, where was the child? And then if you go back, y'all, you stop 600 feet away from where you saw the child walking. Carlee. I'm almost thinking are you related to Juicy Smollett, girl? Huh? You lying, baby? You trying to get that man's attention? I don't know, but we're going to jump back into this. But here's the 911 call that the police have finally released from Carlee Russell. Y'all let me know your thoughts, and we're going to jump back into the conversation after this.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh, hold on. Where on 459 are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover Met, like to get off by the Hoover Met.
Okay, so you're before that exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like toward Tuscaloosa or toward 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay, and was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound? Or how old did they look?
Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, okay. Sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is that a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white T-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No cars are anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
Shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Carlee. Now you say you was at the Target at 8:40 p.m., right? And you purchased some snacks. So at 9:34 p.m., you're riding down I-459 and you see this white toddler with a white shirt, no pants, looks like they have a diaper on, but you can't tell if they got shoes on. Where was your sense of urgency? Why did, okay, so let's back up, because where was your sense of urgency, number one? Because if I see a child walking down the interstate, I'm stopping immediately, okay? And yes, I said immediately. I'm stopping. Then you say there are no cars. Girl, you are on an interstate at 9:35 in the p.m. on a Thursday night. Lie number 2, girl. Then you say, oh, I'm not getting out of the car. But you told a family member that you were talking with the child. And then no one else had called. You were the only one that mysteriously saw this child. The only one. If anyone is familiar with I-459, that's a very busy interstate. Okay? You got truck drivers that drive up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down that interstate all days and all hours of the night. Tonight's show, y'all, is called Black Girl Not Gone, okay? No one else saw this little white child but you. Then you don't even sound like you're even really concerned. You don't even sound concerned. There's no sense of urgency in your voice. Can you please hurry up? Come on. I don't want this baby to get hit. Anything. So you didn't plan this out too well, fool. A fool. And again, y'all was ready to tussle with me in these comments when I told you the girl was lying. I tried to tell y'all wasn't no baby out there because they never made no mention of if the child was recovered, no none of that. But anyway, we still talking about this black girl not gone. Carlee Russell is who we're talking about tonight. I'm bringing y'all these Carlee Russell updates. Yes, Carlee. Because that whole lot. Nat say that right there, LOL. Javert say she's not as smart as her parents thought. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Frederick says she left those items behind because they could be tracked. But Frederick, if she had just left Target, I'm so sorry. Why the snacks wasn't in the car? Why weren't the items that you purchased, why weren't they in the car? Oh, that's right. I forgot them, the Cheez-Its that the abductors were feeding to you, huh? Got you, Carlee. I got you, baby. I get it. I'm following. So, Frederick, I don't know what she was trying to accomplish. It's alleged that the boyfriend cheated on her with a stripper. This is all alleged. I don't know. But from what I hear, she had the boyfriend blocked up until she went missing. Then she unblocked him, and he comes with this post. Oh my God, I just want to thank y'all so much for your thoughts and your prayers. Girl, give me my goddamn prayers back. You lied. I could have been praying for a child that's really truly out here missing. There's a 13-year-old girl from Detroit that's missing, y'all. I could have gave some more prayers to Kiara Coles. That's the young lady that's been missing for the last 3-4 years, the pregnant postal worker from Chicago. I could have given extra prayers to her, but I gave them to you, Carlee. You lied. You played in our faces, and I promised I want to dummy slap you. Because you played in our faces. You played, and we were really praying. We were like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the catalyst for them to start shedding light on black and brown people that go missing. And look what you did. You lied. And now if something really, truly happens to you, they're not going to come look for you because they're going to think you're playing again. You did this. You lied. You had people out here, even the lady that led the search for her, whose child went missing, and I believe her child was found dead, was out there looking for you, and you chilling in the Red Roof Hotel. You chilling in the Red Roof Inn. And we out here praying for you. Because there are actually black and brown people that go missing every day and get zero coverage. Do you realize how much footwork and how many resources were utilized to find you, only to come to find out this was a lie? You lied. You lied. All for what? For what? What did you accomplish with a lie? Do you realize, Carlee, this is going to follow you the rest of your life. You're not going to be able to do anything because you know what? You're going to be remembered as the young lady that cried wolf. Lord forbid if something happens to you, because God knows I'm not wishing anything bad on you, because I know what it's like for a child to go missing only to find your child dead. I know what that pain feels like, okay? So for you to get out here and try to run some game, you have really, truly set us back. We gave Jussie Smollett a pass because we know he's mental. But you, Carlee, 25 years old, beautiful young lady in nursing school, playing. You've ruined your life. I pray that whatever you sought to accomplish, I pray Jesus Jerome Jackson slaps you on the back of your neck with his flip-flop to knock some sense into you. And Lord forbid your parents were involved in this. Because we saw the interview. Your mama out there trying to force tears. We didn't see one tear running down your face. So I believe the parents knew what you were up to. I saw that bogus interview, a fraud, just like your story. And then the way you described the man, who was it? Donald Trump that tried to kidnap you, girl? Because you say he had orange hair and he was bald in the top. Girl, that sounds like Donald Trump. And everybody knows Donald Trump is not trying to steal no black women. Everybody knows that. You could have let me tell you something, babe. You could have came up with something way better than this story that you came up with now. Because you said they kidnapped you, put you in an 18-wheeler, then they took you out the 18-wheeler, put you in a car, you escaped, they captured you again, put you back in the back of an 18-wheeler, took you to a house, made you get naked, and they took photographs of you, fed you Cheez-Its, you managed to get away, and you miraculously ended up in the same neighborhood you reside in. Girl, make this make sense, baby. Because 2 + 2 didn't equal 400. That sounds more like 2 + 2 = 5. Carry the 1, subtract 3. That's what that sounds like. Nicole says, no, ma'am. She was way too calm. And on the interstate, and no one else called. That's what I'm saying, sis. If anybody that lives in Alabama. Oh, my girl Jen is on here. Okay, so anybody that's familiar with I-459, that runs a long way. And then there's an overpass. The further you get down 459, okay, there's an overpass. But they had the traffic cam out there. When they ran the footage, what child did y'all see walking down the interstate? And then it's a white child. And if you said they had on a white shirt, you would have been able to see the white shirt. Y'all go back and look at that traffic cam and look at all the cars that were going. It may not have been heavy traffic, but it was a nice flow of traffic going down 459. Enough for someone to see this child. You're right, Nat. And the dispatcher said, stay on the line. And Carlee said, okay, bye, then hung up. And then they tried to call her back several times and she didn't answer the phone. Okay? So, hey, Bookie. Hey, Jen. I love you, girl. Jen says, I really hate this. After Gabby Petito, I think news outlets felt the need for parity for all races, not just some white girl. Someone suggested a sicko could now kidnap her and no one would now believe her. Right. And then what got me was when everyone says, oh, maybe they're utilizing kids to lure women into sex trafficking. So I coordinated with a couple of people that I know that are real heavy into sex trafficking, that run foundations that are into sex trafficking. And they say this is not very likely because sex traffickers don't like to bring attention to themselves. So they're not out abducting women. They don't like attention. They use manipulation tactics. That's what they do. So I just knew, like I said, with the toddler situation, I knew it was something more to the situation. But I waited. I gave my 2 cents. I did. But I also waited. And I prayed and I said, I hope this girl is not telling a lie. I promise. I hope this girl I hope this is true. Because my heart immediately sank to the bottom of my stomach when my sister messaged me and said, it's a girl missing. So Frederick says, I saw that, but he knows her mentality. That's why he played over her. Yeah, because he was allegedly sleeping with a stripper, and she addressed the stripper in the instant messenger on Instagram. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So you're right. I'm ready, girl. When I tell you I'm ready to donkey slap this girl, I'm ready to kangaroo punch this girl. So Nicole says, I never commented on the situation until after the press release today. And especially after listening to the 911 call, all she did was made it harder for someone that truly have been abducted. It's sickening. I'm telling you, sis, the same day that Carlee allegedly went missing, a 13-year-old girl in Detroit, Michigan is missing. Frederick says she going to jail. Her and Juicy Smollett they gonna share cells. They gonna be cellmates. The white laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me, Petty White. Frederick say her mom is shady. The dad was extremely nervous. But you go back and you look at the mom on the interview, she was like, she was fighting for her life mentally and physically. Girl, sit down. But then y'all had just said y'all needed privacy. But y'all did an interview on the Today Show. But not the Today Show, on one of the morning shows. But what I couldn't understand, why was the boyfriend, the quote-unquote boyfriend, why was he the first one to make a statement and not the parents? The wife said it was Pennywise. I'm sick of you. I am sick of you. Frederick said, I think she was with another dude. Jennifer says, hey, boo, I love you too, Bookie. I do. The wife said their whole family goofy. The whole situation was fishy to me. The whole situation. So for those that did not get a chance to watch the news conference, baby, let me roll this for y'all. Because there's another story that happened 3 years ago. Another young lady in New York that staged her abduction. But here is the press conference from earlier today with Carlee Russell in regards to her alleged abduction. Here we go.
So the story out of Hoover, Alabama there made national headlines. We're talking about 25-year-old Carlee Russell there who had called 911 saying that she spotted a toddler on the highway and said that she had her eye on him. Looked like it was a little kid in a white T-shirt and a diaper walking down the highway, hangs up with 911, and then apparently calls back a family member. Family member hears her scream, and that was it. And then a massive search went forward to try and find Carlee Russell there in Alabama for up to 49 hours until she suddenly returned home. So there were a lot of questions out there. The media, of course, we were covering it, wondering what could have happened to this young woman. Was she abducted? Who was this toddler? Was there a toddler? We didn't have any details until today. And bottom line, it looks like, according to authorities, she made the whole thing up. For more, let's bring in ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett. Just listening to all the details, when the police chief started from the very beginning there, Brad, I thought we were going somewhere, that we were actually going to find out that she was kidnapped and exploited and now she's safe at home. But what it looks like, according to searches on her phone, that she was sort of concocting this story. Now, the police chief didn't come straight out and said that. He sort of said it, you know, in so many words. He's being really careful, and then, of course, we have to be very careful. But your gut, what happened here? What is this telling you, the details that we just got?
Well, I'll tell you, without any facts, when this story first came out, it didn't make any sense to me. Obviously, people come upon things, wrecks, injured people, in this case, perhaps a toddler, an injured dog. They call it in, the police corroborate it, they go to the scene. So you start with this case where nothing appears to be real. In other words, there's no toddler. Her car is, I think, some distance from where she called in. As the police chief mentioned, her car traveled 600 yards. So she's obviously talking on the phone, calling this in when she has no toddler with her. She's just moving along. Again, we still don't know her motive in all of this, but all I'm suggesting is none of this makes any sense. I don't understand why they haven't charged her with making a false police report, because she's not providing them anything that would suggest otherwise. And I will say, Kara, if you look at the searches, you always look at people's behavior prior to an event happening. I mean, Amber Alerts, what age do they have to be? The movie Taken, which is about a kidnapping. I mean, it certainly has a feel that she made all of this up to go do something else. She takes a bathrobe from work and some other stuff, and that's what's taken from the car, along with the stuff that she purchased at Target. Did she meet a boyfriend? Did she just need to escape for 2 or 3 days or for 49 hours? There's something in the middle of some version of that, because it's pretty obvious, that story about getting kidnapped and being held. I mean, there's nothing to support that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but she's not helping them here. I mean, how many victims would, after going through, quote unquote, being the back of an 18-wheeler, then all of a sudden appear and doesn't appear to have anything wrong with them? I'll also say this. That 911 call that she made, she's entirely too casual. It sounds like she's like in a vehicle driving along, that she's not with a toddler. I mean, if any of us found a toddler along the road, I mean, we're all going to react a little differently, but there'd be some excitement in your voice. I mean, none of that works for me either.
Right. And bottom line, you heard the reporter even say, was a crime committed here? And the police chief said no. So I think there's, as we get to the top of the hour here, Brad, we're going to wrap things up, but we will follow this. Hopefully we will hear from Carlee Russell herself at some point, family members, just to find out exactly why she made that call and why she went forward with what she did. Brad Garrett, appreciate it. Thanks so much. And thank you for streaming with us. I'm Kira Phillips. You can always find us on Hulu, Roku, the ABC News app, and of course on abcnews.com. The news never stops.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Baby. Carlee. I'm really gonna pray for you, baby, because I really believe you might be a little touched. I think you might be a little special, baby, because you 2 days prior to you going missing, you're on your phone searching for Amber Alerts, bus tickets, one-way bus tickets from Birmingham to Nashville, Tennessee. You Googled the movie Taken. Then you go to work and you get on the work computer and you're Googling Amber Alerts again. You didn't plan this out too strategic, but you didn't think you didn't think this all the way through, Carlee. You couldn't have, because see, you know you fucked up. In my Bill Duke voice, you know you fucked up. You stole a robe. And let me not forget, you Googled, how do you steal money out of a cash register without being caught? Girl, you know what, Carla? I really, honestly, Travis say Carlee Hustle, baby. That's Carlee, baby. That is Carlee Hustle. Hey sis, I'm glad you made it safe to the city, girl. Nat say facts. Nat say the anchor woman is even talking like the story is a lie. It is. It made 0 sense. Then, so Jennifer says, I'm just mad that people negate real issues with us women. This has set us back, and even more for women of color who are truly victims. I'm grateful that I didn't have to read body found, identified as missing woman, but why? I'm thinking since women of color have been negated for so long, she assumed no one would care and it wouldn't be a big deal, which is even more telling of our society. And what you just said is absolutely the truth. And I only speak from experience, because my niece went missing February 13th of 2021. My sister was back and forth at the police station telling the police, this is who you need to investigate. This is who you need to go check him out. Police never went to this man's house. Never. And not only does he kill one girl, which happened to be my niece, he killed another girl and buried their bodies behind a shopping center in Georgia, just a few moments from where he lived. Their story was overshadowed by a white woman and her dog who were killed. I believe it was Piedmont Park. So they don't care. And I think with Carlee, when she realized this was getting too big, she had to come home. Then there was the rumors there that she was allegedly at the Red Roof Inn. Well, let me explain to you how the Red Roof Inn came into play. Because a family member said they got a call from her from the Red Roof Inn. Police go to the Red Roof Inn. But the family says, oh, we don't know which one she called us from. Anyone that has stayed in a hotel, motel, wherever, if you call somebody and they call you back, you're going to know which hotel you're calling. It's going to tell you exactly which Holiday Inn or Red Roof Inn. It's going to tell you. Thank you for calling Red Roof Inn, Vestavia Hills. Thank you for calling Red Roof Inn on Buford Highway. You're going to know which Red Roof Inn or whatever hotel you're staying in. You're going to know where you're calling. So there's a 911 call where the dispatcher is talking to the people at the hotel. And I believe they show up. I believe it was 6 carloads that show up to this Red Roof Inn. But the family say, oh, well, we don't know which one she called us from. So that's how the Red Roof came into play, because there is a 911 call. The wife says she stole toilet paper and a robe. She going to jail. I'm sick of you. Oh, yeah, that's right. And she Googled how to use a burner phone. Travis says, how do you snitch on yourself? And then they have surveillance footage of her walking through the neighborhood. They say she was walking just fine until she got close to her house, and then she started acting belligerent. Then when 911 is dispatched to the house, they say there's a young woman unresponsive. But they say when they arrived there, she was alert and she was speaking. And they said all she had was a scratch on her lip and a torn shirt. But let's back up to because the whole story, I was talking to my sister earlier today. Hey, babe. When I was talking to my sister earlier today, I said, so she says that a man with orange hair and was bald in the top. I immediately said, girl, Donald Trump did not kidnap you, but go ahead. Go ahead, Carlee. You're blindfolded and you're put into the back of an 18-wheeler. Then you're taken from the 18-wheeler, you're put into a car. And you're taken to a location. You don't know where you're taken to a house. If you're blindfolded, how do you know where they're taking you? Then you escape. They catch you. They take you back to the house. They force you to get undressed. And they take photographs of you. And then you escape. If you were naked, how did you get your clothes back on? That's why I told y'all 2 + 2, it's not adding up, y'all. It wasn't equaling 4. But if you say that they took your clothes off, they forced you to strip, and they took photographs of you, how did you get your clothes back on? You would have ran out of the house naked. I mean, y'all let me know. Am I right or am I wrong? Y'all let me know. Like, if you're taken to a house, apartment, building, warehouse, wherever, and they made you strip, and they made you take, and they took photographs of you naked, but you managed to escape, how did you get your clothes back on? Raphael says she had a fight with the other prostitutes and they ran her off the blade. I'm not finna play with you. Y'all are so petty. Y'all is petty. Talk about Carlee Russell. But I just wanna understand how. And the sad part about all of this, you still have people out here defending this girl, saying that the girl is not lying. Do you realize they got the Secret Service involved in this? When I tell you, y'all be thinking y'all could get away with stuff. And let me not forget, when she got home, she had on some socks and they found $107 stuffed in her sock. I forgot that part. $107 was stuffed in her sock. So Javert says she gambled all her money away. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all is too petty in these comments tonight, baby. Y'all is cut up here. Frederick said there was a friend who was following her. That's how she made it home. Right. Or she was with the friend. I think the person she was with at this Red Roof Inn, that's who brought her home. When they realized that this story was getting too big, she had to go and come on to the house. I'm going to be honest with you. If you really wanted this to be believable, Carlee, why did you come home 48 hours later? Girl, why you didn't stay gone a week? If you really wanted your story to be believable, why you didn't take the phone with you? But anywho, they was gonna call T-Mobile anyway, and they was gonna find out anyway. Because they could go through your search history and everything. But they got the secret involved. Then you left your wig. Your wig wouldn't have been in the car, baby. If they snatched you, your wig would have been somewhere on the side of the road, right? Or somewhere off in the woods. Then the stuff that you purchased, plus the stuff that you stole, wasn't even in your vehicle. Girl, you sound dumb. You sound silly. And I hope and pray that they don't try to say you got a mental problem. Because anybody with good common sense would know you ain't got no mental issue, because the way you strategically playing this out, ain't nothing mentally wrong with you, girl. You know exactly what you were doing. I just want to know what your motive was. I just want to know what were you looking to accomplish by doing this. That's what I want to know. Because again, do you realize how many people were touched by this story? Do you realize how much footwork? These people raised over, $65,000 trying to find you. That's never happened to any black or brown girl that's gone missing. That's never happened. On one of my friends' posts, I said, I pray that this is the catalyst that shines the light on black and brown people that go missing. I pray that this will shine light and will start putting us on the forefront. I said that. Monday night when I jumped on and did my show, I'm crying because I experienced this. Javert, you can attest to this, sis. We experienced this 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Javert said she didn't want to be seen. We experienced this. We walked in the same shoes as Carlee's parents and all the people that were out there searching for this girl. Unfortunately, our loved one wasn't returned back to us. So I sympathize and I empathize with the mother. But now, I hope they lock you up. I hope everything that you have worked hard, I hope they take it from you. Because they say a hard head makes a soft behind. And I hope your ass is soft now. Because what you did, not only to the people of Alabama, but to the people across the 50 states, now they're going to be side-eyeing every time a black or brown person goes missing. This is what you've done, Carlee. This is what you've done. You know, I'm with you, Jennifer, and you live in Alabama. You live in Alabama. Jennifer says she didn't think it would be a big deal. Again, that's fucked up. Nope, she really broke a lot of hearts to know she is lying. I was praying hard for her and her family. Prayers answered that she's safe, but what she did is messed up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Javert says, I was out driving and literally searching for police officers that were working, asking them if they saw my little cousin to see if they could help us. But she had the nation looking and praying. And that's the part that makes me sick in my stomach. I flew from Houston to Atlanta to bring my niece back with me. And she never showed up. I had people in Atlanta looking for her. Not the police, because the police said she's over 18 and they had her listed as a runaway and not missing. But when she really went missing, they said, oh, we'll put flyers out. They never did. They made one bullshit post on Henry County's website that you would miss if you didn't know what you were looking for. I even begged and pleaded with people on social media, the people I know that live in Atlanta. If you see her, please grab her, get her. We put in the work. You had the world. Not just Alabama. You had Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, California, Arizona, Colorado. Baby, you had all 50 states sharing and retweeting and reposting your missing flyers. And we had to put in the work ourselves. I prayed for your safe return because I didn't want another mother to go through what my sister and my other sister went through. I prayed for that. I prayed hard for you, Carlee. But you disappointed me. You let me down. Because there are really, truly people out of color that are really actually out here missing. And no one knows. You got the young lady, like I told y'all, in Chicago, Kiara Coles. The young lady that was pregnant, she was the postal worker who went missing. 4 years later, and still nothing. We're still trying to figure out how Kanika Jenkins died. We're still trying to figure out how Kendrick Johnson died. And you out here playing in people's faces, playing with people's feelings and playing with people's emotions. For what? What were you looking to gain? Carlee, do you realize how many people you had divided behind you? You had the people that were for you and you had the people that were questioning the validity of your story. And now these people, and now the very same people that when we question the validity of your story, you still got people out here defending you in what you did. You got people out here that are still defending your actions. Oh, she's a nursing student and it's so difficult and it's stressful. Let me tell you something. I had several deaths back to back in 2021. And you didn't see me running out here concocting a story, I've been abducted because I had a mental breakdown. You know what I did? I just sat in my house in the fucking dark. That's what I did. But you concocted a story that you took from a movie. How did it work out for you? How did this work out for you? We looked at you as a catalyst for people of color. Now you're going to have the FBI. You're going to have local authorities side-eyeing us every time a Black or brown person goes missing, because you know what? They're going to think about you. They're not going to take it seriously. They may drag their feet because of you. At this point, I'm going to say, and I'm only going to speak for me, you owe us. And when I say us, baby, I mean the whole world. White, black, purple, yellow, green, with monkey stripes and pink polka dots and leopard spots. An apology. Now that you owe us. I don't care what y'all say in your comments. Oh, she doesn't owe. Yes, she does. Because you are a woman first, a Black woman second. So you may have these authorities side-eyeing women when they really truly go missing, and more so women of color. So you, Carlee Russell, or as Travis says, Carlee Hustle, you owe the world an apology. And I'm saying that with my whole chest. I'm standing all 10 toes down when I say that. You owe us an apology. You owe every woman in America an apology. You owe every family whose loved one has gone missing and has yet to be found. You owe them an apology. Because you fucked up. And I'm going to say, I'm not cutting no corners. I'm shooting it straight from the hip. No chaser. You have absolutely embarrassed us. You took away from resources that could be utilized to locate these 30-something women that have gone missing in Texas in March. Women of color. There's a young lady in Beaumont, California who's pregnant, who went missing yesterday. Pregnant. 9 months. But we're focused on you because we're praying for your safe return. We're praying for peace to come to your family. We're praying that your family doesn't have to experience the loss that other families have taken. You lied. You stole from your job a robe, some toilet tissue, possibly some money. You went to Target. You purchased some snacks. 9:34, you ride down I-459 and you see a white toddler walking down the interstate with a white shirt and a diaper on. But no one else has seen this child. Your sense of urgency on that 911 call was zero. It was almost like as if you were talking to one of your friends. Oh, yeah, I don't know, I don't see. You didn't even wait for the police officers to get there. You hung up. Officers tried to call you back, you didn't answer the phone. They showed up 5 minutes after the call came through. After the call was dispatched, they showed up 5, 6, 7 minutes later. You say a man with orange hair and a bald spot at the top snatched you off into the woods, threw you into the back of an 18-wheeler, drove you, put you in a car, you were blindfolded, took you to a house, you escaped, they put you back in the car, they caught you again, they took you back to the house, made you strip naked and took photographs of you, and then you managed to escape. But you have clothes on. But we still don't know where this toddler is that you saw. Two plus two did not equal 4, babe. Jules says, I'm so pissed for all the women of color that's truly missing and will come up missing that will now have a harder time getting coverage and will be called runaways because of this bug-eyed liver lip beat. Right. Jules says she didn't expect to have those crime cameras in that area. She'll say, which threw a monkey wrench in this lion heifer story. A lot of people don't know. All interstates have traffic cams. Even your local interstates have traffic cams. Anybody that watches the news, anytime they have a wreck, how do you think they get the footage? They can tap into these traffic cams that they have out there. You see a good flow of traffic, but no child. Then you drove up, they say 600 yards away from where you allegedly saw this child. If the child was still walking, how come we didn't say the child walked into the frame? Oh, that's right, because there was no child. Then they have surveillance. Then there's a call saying that you called a family member from the Red Roof Inn in Vestavia Hills. Then you show up at home with a small cut on your lip and your shirt is torn. But if you were naked when you escaped, wouldn't you have still been naked and somebody would have saw you running and you would have had them call 911? How did you miraculously show up in your neighborhood? But again, you still got people out here that are going to bat for this girl. Still going to bat for this girl. Still believing that this girl was really abducted. Y'all still believe in Santa Claus, huh? Pitiful. Absolutely disgusting, if you ask me. So I guess the $1 million question is, what does this story do for the Black and brown community? What does it do? Is this going to hurt us? Is this going to hinder us? Is this going to help us? Are they going to say, hey, you know what? We need to really now start looking to see if there are more Black and brown people out here that are missing. Are we going to start taking this seriously? What does it do for the community? Because I just told you, in my opinion, what I think it's going to do. Jennifer says, I'm just more and more saddened and confounded by the deception. There are real victims and she is playing fucking games. Right. She says, sorry for the language, but it's a whole mess. Let me tell you something. This is fucking ridiculous. That's what it is. It's like Jennifer says it's going to hinder, sadly. And I wholeheartedly agree with you on that because, again, Black and brown people go missing every day, and you don't hear about it. It's not put on the news, and if it is, it's a brief moment. A brief moment, and then it's on to another story. Javert says, I hate one bad stethoscope spoils the whole bunch. Put your phone down right now. Step away from your phone, Petty LaBelle. But I also want to let y'all know there was another story in 2020. A young lady, 16-year-old named Carol Sanchez, who did the same thing. Who was walking with her mom and these men jumped out and snatched her. Let me play this for y'all. And I'm ready to just, before I even do that, y'all welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Y'all know it's your girl, Ash. For those that don't know, I'm talking about Black Girl Not Gone. I'm bringing y'all the Carlee Russell updates. So for those that don't know, or those that just, let me run y'all 2 minutes of the press conference with Carlee Russell, just to kind of bring y'all up to speed. And then I want to go over to Carol Sanchez, which was a 16-year-old from Bronx, New York, who staged her abduction. But here's the press conference in Carlee Russell's alleged disappearance.
And was the child on your right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking northbound or southbound?
They're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound. Or how old do they look?
Like a toddler, maybe 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Is it a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No, no cars anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right, and do they have shoes on?
No.
Shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that look.
Okay. All right, I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but the officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Y'all, that was the 911 call. Carla, I'm sick of you. I'm not going to even lie. I'm so sick of you right now. Every time I hear that, and every time I think about this story, I promise I want to take Jesus' sandal and just smack you in the back of the head with it. I really, truly do. But I want to get into this next story real quick about Carol Sanchez. Carol Sanchez, a 16-year-old young lady from the Bronx, New York, who staged her abduction. Let me roll this for you. And then I want to jump back into the conversation. Here we go.
A 16-year-old's apparent kidnapping, caught on camera right in front of her mom in New York, may have been staged. Now, multiple sources confirm that the girl, Carol Sanchez, admitted it was a hoax. Sanchez was reunited with her family yesterday, and so far, no charges have been filed. And Erica, now, just to provide a little additional context, apparently she has a lot of family issues. She claims that her mother is strict, that they wanted to move back to Honduras. She didn't want to go. I'm not condoning anything that she did, because it definitely dilutes the very important message that there are a lot of young, and you brought this up yesterday, a lot of young women or girls of color and boys that are disproportionately not represented in the media nor found.
Exactly. And I think that, one, missing and exploited children is a major issue in this country. It's an even bigger issue in a lot of other countries. But we really need to understand what this is about. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that some children are abducted or taken from their homes against their will. And when people were saying the 17-year-old girl, well, she was a willing participant, there's countless stories of young girls who are made to call their parents, and maybe they are in a disenfranchised situation, and say, I'm okay, I ran away with my boyfriend, whatever it is, in order to call off the search. They call the Department of Missing and Exploited Children and say, my child ran away. But really, this is someone who might be a part of human trafficking. I want to take this opportunity, since I know that this is really the season where everyone is thinking a little bit more about other people and a little less about themselves, because there are children who are still out there and they need to be identified. Can we bring up the picture of Kimberly Arrington? Kimberly Arrington was 16 years old when she was abducted on October 30th of 1998 from Montgomery, Alabama. This is her age progression. Wow. The next photo is LaQuanta Riley, who was also abducted from Montgomery, Alabama at 19 years old in 2003. That's her age progression. I have another photo. Do we have Diamond and Tian? Okay, so there was sisters who were abducted in 2001 from Chicago, and unfortunately earlier this year, a young woman came forward claiming to be one of the sisters, and that was a hoax. Please go to Missing and Exploited Children. 1-800-THE-LOST if you have any information about any child who is unaccounted for, or something that you find suspicious, especially when it comes to our minors and the children in this country.
Thank you. That's what we should be focusing on. That's really important.
And that's what I mean right there. That's exactly what I mean. There are Black and brown men and women, boys and girls that go missing every day and get zero media coverage. But you got people like Carol Sanchez, Carlee Russell, who lie. And it's so disingenuous how you are doing people out here that are really, truly out here searching for their loved ones. All because you were having family issues with your mother. You decide you want to stage an abduction. And I remember this story because she was walking with her mom and these men jumped out and snatched her. And the only reason this got headlines is because this happened. There was footage. Mom went to the police, got it out. Here now we got Carlee Russell. Carlee Russell, you call 911. That's what prompted them. We've got to go find this girl. And when you arrive home, you have a small cut on your lip and a torn shirt and $107 stuffed in your sock. But the way they made it seem as, oh my God, she was fighting for her life. She was fighting mentally and physically. You would think if someone is fighting for their life, you would really kind of be messed up. You would have a busted lip, maybe a black eye, something. You would look like you had really, truly been in a tussle with somebody. But you had a small cut on your lip and your shirt was torn. and your belongings were in the car. And that's what I mean when I say, Carlee, you have really played in the face of a lot of people. You played with a lot of people's emotions. You had a whole world divided, only to come out and find out that this was a whole lie. That's what you did. So unfortunately, Carlee Russell, you're actually going to hinder it and make it harder for the next woman that goes missing. Jules says, all that moving around with supposedly kidnappers, and they did move beyond your neighborhood. I knew it was all a lie, but I held out hope that you were not that evil of a person, but you are. And you are. You are a cold and callous person. For you to sit 2 or 3 days prior to you going missing, for you to plan something like this, you are truly sick. And I'm not talking about mentally sick. You have a deranged and twisted way of thinking. And you have absolutely pushed us back behind the line. Just when we held out hope and just knew this is going to be a pivotal moment for Black and brown people. They're going to start taking our cases seriously now. When people call in and say their loved one is missing, they're going to start taking us serious now. They're going to start utilizing resources. And they utilized everything for you, only for you to come back and lie. Do I think charges are going to be filed? We'll see. The same way Juicy Smollett had to account for his lies for a staged robbery and beat up, I think you need to be held accountable. I really believe you need to be held accountable for your actions. And if your parents were in on this, they need to be held accountable as well. Because I really, honestly, truly believe your parents knew. They knew where you were when you called from the Red Roof Inn. They knew. But you lied. You played. You did all of that. For what? So now you know what we got to do? We have to now protect our Black and brown girls. We have to be the police. We have to become our own search parties. Because this little stunt, your little 5 seconds of fame, you created a whole world of trouble, Carlee. And again, I'm going to say it again. I really feel like you need to make some type of statement. You need to address the world publicly. Because the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Because you loudly disrespected us. Especially us as women. You had some fellas that was, oh God, you know, I understand I have a sister, I have a daughter, I have a mom. But you really had us at the women. Because in that moment, white, Black, Asian, Latino, all nationality, we all came together in hopes that you came home safe. Will we stay united? I don't know. But I do know in that moment, We all were in unison. We all got into, in Beyonce's words, we all got into formation for you. But we'll see how this goes now. I'm gonna continue to see how this story plays out, because the Hoover police said this investigation is far from over. Will charges be brought? We don't know. So far, they say no crime has been committed, but we'll see. That's very likely to change. But I want you to know, Carlee, you down bad, girl. You all the way down bad for what you did. You are. You really, truly are. Because again, I think every woman in America put to the side that you were Black. They looked at the fact that we got a woman missing. We got a toddler missing. I think that's where everybody's concern went to, was, where is the child? Where is this baby that you allegedly saw walking down the interstate that no one else saw? What kind of glasses did you have on, girl? Did you eat some mushrooms? Like, were you high? You could have came up with anything. Anything, but you said a child. A white child at that. Walking down the interstate with a white shirt on and a diaper. And you stop feet away, I'm so sorry, yards away from where you saw this child walking. I'm going to pray for you, Carlee. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for your family, because not only did you embarrass yourself, but you've embarrassed your family. You've embarrassed your friends. You've embarrassed us, the ones that were out here looking for you. That's what you did. I pray for each and every Black and brown person that goes missing. Hell, I pray for anybody that goes missing. Because that's not a good feeling for your child or one of your loved ones to go missing and they get no coverage. Police won't help you, and you got to put in the footwork yourself. That's what I pray for. I pray that us as women, especially women of color, I pray that we can move past this little shenanigan that this young lady has pulled, this stunt that she's pulled. I'm almost feeling like she did this for publicity. But I pray in my heart that they'll start looking for us. I pray that they'll start applying the same pressure that Caucasian women get, that Asian women get. I pray. I pray. I really honestly do. I really truly pray. And just know, y'all, we have got to start protecting our Black and brown girls and boys and women and men. We may not get another opportunity like Carlee did. She may have messed it up for all of us, but we don't know. Again, I'm going to continue to sit back and see how this story plays out, because this is not done. This story is far from over. You did that, Carlee. You absolutely did. You did that. That lie. That lie. And it could potentially get you in a world of trouble. Let me go into my final thoughts on this, because this girl here, I'm telling you, when it came down the pipeline, when I first saw this story, my heart immediately dropped. And I said, please let this girl be found alive. Because anybody knows that when it comes to investigations, the first 48 hours are the most critical. So as time ticked on, still no sign of her. I said, just something in my heart just pray that they find this girl safe. On Sunday, I said, we passed the 48-hour mark. I hope and pray that girl is not laid somewhere dead. Then you show up. You show up. You show up. Only to find out that this was something you concocted 3 days prior to you leaving. Because I'm not going to say you were abducted 3 days prior to you leaving. You concocted this story. You Googled what's the age for Amber Alerts? Do you have to pay for Amber Alerts? How do you steal money out of a cash, from your job without getting caught? You Googled the movie Taken. You're pitiful. But I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I say, to each and every Black and brown person that goes missing, I pray that your loved one is found or justice will be served. Let me be the first to say that. Because when I tell you, when my sister called and told me in July 2 years ago that they had found my niece's body, I died. I lost it. Then when her body was found, I lost it even more. Because I had just put my daddy in the ground March. And here they go finding my niece July 2021. Then another close and dear friend who I've known my whole entire life collapses and hits her head and passes away at her twin daughter's graduation. I didn't get a chance to grieve. Then here comes a year and 6 days after I lose my father, I lose my godmom. I'm still trying to recover from my dad, still trying to recover from my niece, still trying to recover from my friend, only to be hit in the stomach again, punched in the gut. Pray for Carlee. Pray for her. Because she really, truly is going to need it. I just have a feeling that charges are going to be brought against this young lady. I feel it. Maybe that's just what I want. Who knows? They may or may not. Maybe they're going to do it for filing a false police report. I don't know. Who knows? But I do pray this girl gets the help that she needs, because this is sick what she did. This is sickening. But again, who am I? Who knows? We'll just continue to watch how this story plays out. We'll just continue to see and speak about missing and abducted Black and brown women. And on that note, those are my final thoughts. Carlee, girl, I need to come down there and I need to come down there and sit and talk to you and your man. Cause girl, you cut up. But I'm gonna end right there with that. All right, so for the upcoming episode for Black Girl Interrupted podcast, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, I'm going to be talking about, you know what? I've done 2 episodes this week. You know what? I'm going to do my show tomorrow night. I'm going to talk about bullying. I want to talk about online bullying, cyberbullying, whatever you want to call it, bullying. You know what? I think I'm going to wait and do that Tuesday. I think I'm going to do it Tuesday. So tomorrow night's episode, which is going to be on bullying, I'm going to push that back to Tuesday. I'm going to see y'all Tuesday night. Because you know what? And the reason I say this is because I think everybody this week, I think we're all mentally drained. And I think we all need to take a break. I think we all need to really decompress and process everything that has happened today. These turn of events that have gone on since July the 13th. So I'm not gonna go live tomorrow. Unless it's some breaking news, unless it's an update or something. But I'm gonna see y'all Tuesday. And we're gonna talk about bullying. We're gonna talk about online bullying, cyberbullying, and how these suicide rates are constantly rising. And bullying is in the top 5. And what can we do to prevent? What are the signs to look for if your child is being bullied? Hell, if you're being bullied. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to push Black Girl Interrupted. I'm going to push tomorrow night's episode to Tuesday because I really want us to just really decompress. I don't want to pile anything else on top of y'all that's going to mentally exhaust y'all. I'm not going to do that. Nope. So Black Girl Interrupted will return Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. You can catch Black Girl Interrupted streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube. You can catch the replays on any other streaming platforms that you listen to podcasts, whether it's Google, Apple, Spotify, Deezer, iHeart. Oh God, it's so many of them, y'all. It's so many. But yeah. I really want y'all to decompress. I want everyone to relax. I want everyone to just take a deep breath. And I'll see y'all Tuesday night. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. Black Girl Interrupted, we're going to chill. We're going to relax. I really, like I said, let's process everything that's going on. Because it's a lot for us to take in. This was a lot for us to take in today. And everybody, that was heavily invested, I bet everyone is like, whew. I need a mental break from this one. I need a moment to compose myself. I need a moment to get myself together, my thoughts together, my head, my mind. So Black Girl Interrupted will be back next Tuesday. Oh, Lord, don't even give me. Well, okay, today is the 19th. Oh, Lord, the 25th. I'll be back Tuesday, the 25th. Yeah, July 25th. And we're going to talk about bullying. And how does bullying take a toll on your mental? How is that tied to these increasing rates of suicide? That's what we're going to talk about. But I also want y'all to know, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. You can subscribe to Black Girl Interrupted. Again, I am on YouTube. Again, you can follow my Facebook page. It is under Black Girl Interrupted. Or you can subscribe to wherever you listen to your podcast at. Like I said, Spotify, Deezer, iHeart, Google, Apple. Y'all, there's so many. But those are the ones that I could just call off the top of my head for right now. But like I said, I love you guys. Again, for those that don't know, Black Girl Interrupted is expanding to present the Black Carpet Experience. For those that have not seen the promo video, let me go ahead and roll it for you. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to wrap it up. This is it. Here we go. All right. So on that note, again, Black Girl Interrupted is expanding. The expansion will launch September. I haven't come up with an exact date, but September of this year. Again, I will be spotlighting Black entrepreneurs, business owners, rappers, singers, whatever it is that you do. I would love to sit down and interview you and spotlight you on Black Girl Interrupted presents the Black Carpet Experience. I'm actually trying to get into the Loud Fest that will be here in Houston on November 4th and November 5th. I'm hoping I want to be a vendor where I'm actually going to be able to do the interview. So I'm hoping I get a response back tonight or tomorrow with regards of what I need to pay with regards to doing some of these red carpet interviews at the Loud Fest here in Houston, which is November 4th and November 5th, or November 5th and November 6th. I could have the dates wrong, but I know it's the first weekend in November. So I'm absolutely excited about that. Also want to let y'all know that my interview did drop in the Women That Podcast magazine. Once I get the link, I will drop the link for you guys. I did drop the link for my interview with Unpacking the Podcast interview. I did drop that link. I also am about to wrap up another interview with Shout Text Houston magazine. I have to do that, get my interview over to them. And then I do have another interview that is upcoming in August. That will actually be a live interview. I will drop the link. You guys come support your girl. Come show me some love. Let me know what you think. You know, like I said, I'm very excited for the expansion of the Black Girl Interrupted podcast. So I don't know. I'm just humbled. I'm grateful for all the continuous love and support that you guys give me each and every episode. I appreciate the emails, the messages, congratulating me, thanking me, and even giving me ideas on topics to speak about. So Black Girl Interrupted would not be expanding if it weren't for y'all. I owe it all to the viewers, the supporters, my family that just always has been supportive of me. So I owe everything to you guys. Yes, I show up, but I wouldn't show up and wouldn't go as hard if it weren't for the encouragement and the love that comes behind all of that. So I'm doing all of this for y'all. Again, the remainder of 2023 is mine. It's personal. I'm on the grind. I'm on the hustle because 2024, Black Girl Interrupted is going to be a household name. And I'm banking on that. And can't nobody else tell me different. Because I know for a fact, Black Girl Interrupted is going to be a household name. Y'all are going to remember this name. Y'all are going to remember this face. And y'all are going to remember when I just started out just doing live videos. Now I have full-fledged equipment. And hopefully I'll be inside a studio soon. So again, I love y'all. I appreciate, again, the continuous love and support. Oh, thank you, Sissy. Javert says, congratulations, Sissy. There's just things I've been working on. You know, I had to get back in the bag. I had to get focused because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. So consistency is definitely starting to pay off for me and not taking no for an answer. But on that note, I love you guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys have a great, safe, beautiful weekend. Wherever you are, stay safe, stay cool. because it's hot as hell out here, y'all. But again, Black Girl Interrupted will return Tuesday, July 25th. And I'm going to be talking about bullying. I think it's July 25th. Y'all don't, it's been a crazy week. But I love you guys. Again, I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Happy Wednesday. Have a great, safe, and beautiful weekend. And again, I'll see y'all Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. Holla, I'm gone. See you later.